Are you ready?
As ready as it can be.
Play that track. Play the song. Yeah.
Beat up a doop a doop a dee dee doo.
Brother, come on. This is the easiest layup of your life. You think about it. Think about it for more than 5 seconds.
All I'm thinking about is the Cowboy Bebop song. I'm gonna need some more clarity.
Just the
two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the two of us.
There you go. That's that track, brother.
Incredible.
Come on, keep that beat going. Do it again. Do it again for me. Give me a little bit more.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
I don't actually know the words to this song.
Yeah, I know.
Just the
Those
two
are the
of
parts
us.
that I know too, to be honest with you. Well, listeners, if you haven't guessed already, it is a 2-man show tonight, and wouldn't you know it, it's a 2-man show with the 2 people who know everything about the series.
During a time in the series where our input just really wouldn't be valuable on this episode, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one.
I hope you guys like recounting events, because that's gonna be a lot of this.
This is what I'm gonna say. First of all, we should get on with the summary. Justin, do you have a preference? Would you like to do it? Do you want me to do it?
I don't know. I read it already to like capture my own voice, but then you always have a good reading voice and you got like good energy. So like honestly, this is a coin flip for me.
Tell me what you want, brother. It's just the 2 of us.
You got it. Hold on. I got a nickel. Flipping it.
We're flipping a nickel.
Hold on. I
alive.
didn't pick a side. Choose heads or tails.
I choose tails.
Cool. Great. And it's tails.
Incredible. So that means it is me.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. I have not read this, so this should be good. 886 to 889. The Reverie is finally upon us. No, but for real this time. 50 leaders of the 170 total countries comprising the world government gather to engage in political discourse. What's the worst that can happen? Well, I'm not really sure, but I'm willing to bet it would be a bunch of countries getting into petty squabbles that then escalate into global war. But we're not there yet. Hopefully. What we have instead is celestial dragons flexing their muscle by trying to enslave Shirahoshi, reminding everyone how things work around here. The whole Kuma situation and a whole new shadow boss who rules from the center of the world, literally. Besides the current state of affairs resembling a giant powder keg with a flame fruit eerily nearby, we also have Big Mom DMing Kaido on Snail Chat TM. She calls Kaido, warning him of Luffy's arrival as well as her own since she has a score to settle. Kaido standoffishly tells her not to bother coming over since he has his own more righteous vendetta to settle. The Navy just so happens to be wiretapping this whole conversation, and many of them are scrambling over what to do if multiple warlords come to blows in the land of Wano. It is not warlords, it is emperors, just so we're clear.
God damn it. My brain was like, okay, Yonko. I know what a Yonko is. And I was like, how do I translate Yonko? Because people hate Japanese warlords? Sure, why not?
All right, anyway, the last sentence. I don't know about you guys, but the goosebumps over this whole situation, and I can't tell if the adrenaline rush I'm feeling is one of excitement or a flight response. Same, brother. Absolutely same. So, all right. So let's nip a couple of things in the bud to start with. Number one, filler Yomi piece continues in this set of episodes, as it has for the last 8. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate situation. We get a little bit of context, but we basically like rewatch the whole main series up at this point in the last 12
we got
episodes.
a lot of Sabo OD, and then we got basically all of post time skip up until now.
Yeah, it was really funny when we were also recapping Whole Cake Island. Like mid flashback, and I'm like, all right, listen, guys, brothers, sisters, my people, non-binary pals, what are we doing? We just left Whole Cake Island. this is my hot take. And you know what? Devin and Christian are in here, so I get to say this and without receiving any judgment. I think recap is fine in a vacuum. I really do. And I think I've had this take in the past. Recap can be good to reinvigorate, re-energize, and reintroduce plot elements to your audience.
Even better when it recontextualizes it with new information.
Exactly. Honestly, Justin, thank you for saying one of the main buzzwords that I totally forgot to use. Recontextualizing information that we once had that is now even more relevant or expanded on in the present than it was back then. Love that. Big fan. Now, the other caveat is when you very blatantly just play shit to buff your time, which very much also happened in tandem with the first thing I said that makes it more palatable. So there was, I'm going to say, I ain't gonna lie to you, I think like 30% of this week's episodes was like new content.
Yeah. And
Maybe
I think
40.
Possibly the worst part about it is that we've already watched, 6-8 episodes, give or take, of similarly formatted episodes of here's some small meat on the bone and then there's a bunch of fluff.
Yeah.
I think the worst part of it is that we're revisiting the fluff we already saw no more than 8 episodes ago. Like, I love Sabo and I love the Paramount War. Why am I watching that again? Potentially twice in the same week.
Yes, I'm pretty sure in the first 4 episodes, it was fucking the former fleet admiral Sengoku was like talking about the Summit War, and we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna relive fucking the Paramount War, which is fine. And then we revisited that exact same war with Kuma in this set of episodes, which again I'm like okay with, but like that was a lot, guys. Come on.
And then we revisited with Garp, and then we might have also maybe revisited it. Or I guess it's part of Kuma, but like with Sabo, and I'm just here like, what are we doing?
I ain't get, like I understand you want to do these. Honestly, I'm just venting right now, and this is just me. I honestly, Oda, you've already gotten plenty of money off of me on this franchise. You've gotten plenty of viewing hours, Toei, so I get to say this without without even an ounce of regret. I think it makes a lot of sense to reintroduce characters, or rather give you the context for the characters that you are reintroducing. But like, brother, we didn't forget Garp. We didn't forget most of what happened with Kuma, like at all. We definitely didn't need the 5 minutes devoted to Luffy and Law talking about how they're going after Kaido, not even talking about the fact that the only reason that is a relevant flashback is because Kaido has been gotten up until this point in time by the Straw Hat Alliance. I'm just like, oh, golly, dude, bug me. All right, anyway, that's my 2 cents. These 12 episodes, more than I think any other part in this franchise, have a very aggressive recap period that I think is a little unwarranted. I ain't stupid.
And I'll say it, this is possibly the best week of like content, in my opinion, at least.
All right, so let's go over a few things. All right, so number 1, we'll start with, I think the first big rock shake is Big Mom explaining to Kaido over snail chat, not completely undisclosed, by the way. No discretion whatsoever. The government knows all about this shit now. Big Mom calls Kaido and she's like, "Hey, you know who this is?" And then Kaido's like, "I do. I wish I didn't, but I do." Big Mom's like, "Yo, I'm coming to Wano to kill Straw Hat Luffy." And then Kaido's like, "The fuck you are, actually, because I already want to kill that guy. You don't need to worry a fucking straw on that boy's head." And then Big Mom's like, no, you don't understand. I'm coming, whether you like it or not. We should just be friends, like the good old days. No further expansion, just like we were just left with like the good old days. Done.
She just said that he owes her a favor, and he's like, he doesn't say for what, but he's just like, man, I already repaid that thing, or whatever the case was. And she's like, no, that's a lifelong debt, buddy. Whatever it is.
So can I tell you, Justin, I feel like this is where I'm going to start to have fun on my own podcast, as I'm allowed to do because it is my podcast, or our podcast, you know, communism. We know what Big Mom's talking about. We're not idiots. We know. So what I'm going to do at this present moment in time is I am going to purposely tell you the straw hat theory that I had back in the day.
Perfect.
When I first read this stuff, and I was like, the fuck? Obviously, easy, low-hanging fruit. Big Mom saved Kaido at some, you know, past moment in time. But even like looking at it now, I'm looking at them both, and I'm like, I can't tell which one of you two is the bigger dinosaur, honestly. Like that's not even a joke. Like, Big Mom is obviously like an old woman, but like, you look at Kaido, he's just like a really muscular man with a lot of crow's lines in his forehead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you told me that Kaido was like secretly 300 years old, I'd honestly believe you. I wouldn't even fucking blink. So I think a more fun one is a theory that I really used to like back in the day, was that Kaido was and I'm going to say this, not knowing anything about Kaido. I'm from the perspective of somebody who knows nothing about Kaido. This may or may not be true in the future. I really liked the theory back in the day where somebody said that Kaido was poneglyph brought to life by a devil fruit.
What? What?
Yeah. Yes. This is
I
the theory
don't think I've ever heard of this one.
I loved this theory when I was when I was reading week to week. I don't know what it was, but the sheer outrageousness of it was like, that's solid. I'm in. I'm invested. But my theory was, whatever Big Mom owed Kaido, I think Kaido was a very old rock. Until he gained his sentience through Big Mom. And then when the rock was like, hey, lady, I need more than what you're giving me. I want to be a big baddie. Then Big Mom was like, no problem, fam. I'll find you a devil fruit that lets you become man. And then you can become man and be an asshole. And then he was like, bet. And that's how we got here. That's the situation we're in.
That's incredible.
That is my horrible theory. Not horrible. It could happen. You don't know. You don't know anything. I'm doing what I want here anyway.
I'm gonna say it. I love this theory because it supports an agenda I have for the future. So I'm gonna buy into this. All stocks in.
Well, what's your theory? What do you mean?
I can't tell you my agenda for the future because spoilers.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, but how does it buy you stocks in that theory?
I don't think I know how to answer your question even vaguely without just being explicit in any capacity.
Okay, fair enough.
Like I'm thinking about how to skirt around this, and I don't think I can. I think it's a straight line. It's really like a cul-de-sac. It's either I'm pulling up or I'm just circling back out. There, it's only one or two things.
Yeah. You're a pilot on the airplane, and you're just like, listen, if you want me to dive, I'll dive. But if you otherwise, I'm maintaining cruising altitude.
I don't think I had any theories, or if I did, I could not tell you what they were from like 4 years ago or 5. I'll tell you what I thought about in like earlier today that, like, you know, I was like, I wonder what that thing is. And that theory was that she set him up for success. My brain said like, oh, she gave him Wano. In hindsight, that sounds kind of stupid, but I think I think there's the plausibility of like, you know, since they were friends or whatever, and I get the vibe that like Big Mom is kind of like low broing him a little bit. I don't know. Maybe not low broing. Maybe it's not like that explicit, but like, I don't know. Big Mom just talks to Kaido in a way where like just someone like your senpai or like your elder would talk to you, even though like the quote unquote little guy are like actual hot shit now. Someone still like talks to you like you're 5. That's kind of the vibe I get. So I'm thinking like, man, maybe she like trained him or something like that. So that's kind of the gist I was going for when I thought about it very quickly.
Here's a better idea that I just had. What if he's the father of some of her kids, and she didn't ask for the money for raising them, and that's the favor.
He's like, hey, listen, you have 5 kids, and I never once asked you for alimony. Child support. There we go. That's right.
Child support. That's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the favor. You owe me like 17.
You owe me 70 years of back pay and child support.
you owe me at least 40 years of child support over like 5 children. Do you have any idea how much you fucking owe me at this point? You're gonna let me come to your island now.
Hey, but you killed that one kid. Yeah, well, he lived to be at least 20.
Yeah, he did live to be at least 20. I think he was even 30. Are you talking about? He's totally fine, by the way. He was in.
I mean, yes. Okay. See, my problem was I was making a joke, but it sounded it paralleled too much to reality, so it was no longer a joke. It just sounded like I was spreading misinformation.
Sorry, I just want to let the record show. I thought you were talking about Moscato.
Is alive, allegedly.
Moscato is alive and well. He's doing fine. He is very much not dead at any capacity. He was in episodes that we watched as, just another guy, just another dude tailing the Straw Hats at the time. Oh, jeez. What a fucking guy. But, beyond Kaido and Big Mom, apparently, so I would ask the question, how this plays out. But, I think a better route to go here is, Justin, do you think Big Mom is going to Wano, or do you think that she is just going to cut the Straw Hats off at sea? Or do you feel uncomfortable playing this game with me?
The second one.
Okay, I'm going to say you feel uncomfortable playing this game with me.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
I think the better question is, what the fuck are the Navy going to do? Also, before we answer that question, shout out to Vice Admiral Gion, whatever her name is, Gion.
Sure.
I love her. She kind of looks like the love child of like Smoker and Tashigi, but I don't care. She looks great. I love her.
I mean, is there something about her that you love, like specifically, or
her face? Also, her code name, which I didn't piece together until I looked it up, because they introduced her as Vice Admiral Gion and then have a name of parentheses. Don't know what what purpose that serves. But I forgot the actual word. But what it translates into is pink rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. So do you know what this is, right?
I was looking at the list of the Vice Admiral, excuse me, and I was like, because I was looking through Gion's page or whatever, and it was like, oh, name Pink Rabbit fits the animal theme, and I'm like, what animal theme? And I'm like, okay, I know some of the Vice Admirals have like animal aesthetics or motifs, but I don't see it in all of them. So I'm like, is this what this is?
Well, I'm just going to help you, I think. So, as you are aware, several admirals are named after like a what do you call
it?
Colored animal, but more specifically the Chinese zodiac plus a color, right? So these two, in fact, are named after 2 more animals, and then they just get a color. So we have Momo Usagi. I don't know how to fucking say that.
That's definitely going to be Pink Rabbit because Momo is pink.
That is indeed Pink Rabbit. And then Chetan, otherwise known as Tokikake, is Brown Pig, in fact. So in the event, I think this is like the bit that they're trying to pitch. In the event that we didn't already have Ryokugyu, otherwise known as Green Bull, and Fujitora, otherwise known as Purple Tiger, these two would be like in line for Admiralty.
Yeah, I'm picking up
the vibe.
Yeah.
But that's just me, saying or explaining my understanding of the situation.
That makes sense. Because otherwise, what's the point? I could believe Gion has potential to grow into an admiral. This other guy looks like he's on his way to retirement. I don't know what they're on about with this guy.
He do look a little old. Another fun thing too in the dub, they give him like a really old what do you call it? Southern accent. He's always talking with a drawl. Nice. I really like it. I like it a lot, actually.
My man's just trying to. My man's looking forward to retirement, so he can just sit on a porch and just sit in his rocking chair, chill, vibe.
I respect it, honestly.
Nice.
But in that scene, we learn of well, we don't learn. I guess we just kind of like hang out with Garp as he talks with a bunch of different people, vice admirals and captains alike. As he's like, they're talking like, oh yeah, the rocks pirates, blah blah blah. And then I'm like, oh, new content that we can't even talk about because fucking Christian and Devin aren't here.
Bridget, I don't think they said the second word. Oh, they said the B word. All they said was rocks, but like they also spelled it wrong. At least my subtitle spelled it wrong. So like, I don't know what's happening here. I'm scared.
The listeners didn't hear that. Don't worry about it. They don't know nothing.
Good, great, beautiful.
Nobody knows anything, honestly.
On a completely, hopefully unrelated tangent. So allegedly Big Mom and Kaidou were friends. And I don't know if I could say that Shanks and Blackbeard were friends. They were definitely crewmates. Wait, no. I'm a liar. What am I talking about? I'm thinking I confused Shanks with freaking Ace and everyone else. I'm an idiot. All right, my whole, I was gonna make a parallel of like, well, the Yonkos used to be friends. You know, they have Big Mom and Kaido, and then they have Shanks and Blackbeard.
Man, this is a rough set of episodes not to have the new guys, huh? You have to, you know what's really hard? We have to both like we can't go too deep into details, but we like also
gotta give
at
you
the same
something to listen to.
No. I was going to say we also have to know what we're talking about enough to not sound stupid without using more recent context. Yeah, that's a real problem. It's a tough one.
I'm big dumb. I really mentally replaced Shanks or Ace with Shanks. I was like, well, the Yonkos are friends with each other. That's crazy. I mean, I guess you could say
be like that, brother.
Luffy and Shanks are friends, and Luffy's the 5th Emperor now. So maybe I'm not totally wrong still. I don't know, man.
Luffy do be the 5th Emperor.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm just pulling on nothing, but I thought it was like, oh, cool parallel. The Yonkos were at least, paired up at some point in their life. Ooh, what does that mean? Ooh.
I like the low hanging fruit that you're choosing to go with. Justin, I know. You want to talk even more, don't you? You want to just fucking blurt it out, say
especially
it out to the heavens,
when we haven't done a spoiler cast in quite some time. I'd argue it's maybe been a year, if not close to one.
I think you're right. I think it's been a minute since a spoiler cast. Did we do one? I don't think we did one at the end of the most recent arc in the manga. Well, not the current arc, but the arc that came before it.
We lightly talked about the very beginning of that arc whenever the last one we did, and then so much time has passed that arc at that time has now concluded, and from what the world tells me or what I'm hearing, the current arc in the manga in 2025 is on its way to ending, or at least halfway.
Yeah.
There's a lot of content. I haven't read some of it, and by some I mean a lot of it actually. You have lots to catch me up on.
I was gonna say I didn't even know you were current, but it doesn't sound like you are.
I haven't read since like September of 2024, give or take.
Well, it'd be
that's
like
a lot
that.
of stuff I'm missing.
It do be like that. But okay, all right. So moving on from Big Mom, Kaido, it sounds like they're shaking things up in their own way.
Maybe shitting themselves, not sure what to do.
We'll see what happens next. We're not entirely sure. Because you know what would be really cool is if they just like took each other out. Imagine though.
Nah, bro, they were besties. They can't. They have a love-hate relationship. Heavy on the love though.
Brother, out of everyone that has been a friend to another character in this franchise, if you told me that Big Mom and Kaido would be the ones to be like, you were my friend, but I also am choosing to kill you, I'd believe it. They'd be the two I would believe. Let's be so fucking for real.
I believe in the good in people. All right, I believe in their better selves to come out on top.
Can I also say, Big Mom ain't no way she's making her way to Wano. This story can't handle having two fucking emperors in the same fucking shit.
I wonder what the other two would say, particularly Christian, because Christian was like, nah, bro, we're not seeing Big Mom for at least after Wano. And then Big Mom suddenly teasing, hey, you on pulling up.
I think he's right. I think he's absolutely right. There's no fucking way that we bring two emperors into the forefront. Like that's just like way too much shit to handle. What are we gonna do? what are we even doing here?
I was gonna say Luffy beat one, but that's also not true.
That is not true. That's very much not true. That did not happen.
Maybe we also don't have to beat Kaido. What if we just do a Whole Cake Island, go to Wano to do,
brother,
I don't really remember what, And then
You can't be serious. Are you saying that we're gonna do another like almost like just like side beat adjacent an emperor?
Yeah. We
and then
beat.
are we going to another time skip? Like, what are we doing here? What's the end game?
Maybe I'm not
Oh my
opposed to a second
fucking
time
God.
skip. I'm just saying we're gonna roll up to Wano. Luffy's gonna fight a Katakuri level guy. Probably have a definitive victory, but still skating by. He looks at Kaido and he's like, "I'm gonna see you later, actually," and then we get another 2-year time skip.
Wow. You think that's how this plays out, huh?
Absolutely.
Wow. I couldn't disagree more, honestly. Ain't no shot. Ain't no shot in the slightest. But you know, moving back to the reverie, because the reverie's happening in all this. You know what I am also sad about? Christian, who I think actually really appreciated Queen Otohime's story. He did not get the cathartic response of this setup episodes, where we get reintroduced to none other than Mjosgard, the celestial dragon from the flashback that washed ashore of Fishman Island. More importantly, not more importantly, he's also a part of the Don Quixote family, which is just kind of funny. I think
that family's all types of fucked.
Say that again.
That family's all types of fucked.
Well, clearly not, because apparently we got the worst and the best in the family.
They have fucked situations.
Yeah,
but, as far as celestial dragons go, they're okay. At least those two.
Apparently, as long as celestial dragons go, they all right. they all right. We have Don Quixote Mjosgard, who is here to protect Shirahoshi. We reintroduce ourselves to the reverie during the set of episodes, and Shirahoshi is just like becoming a captive of everyone's least favorite celestial dragon by the name of fucking Charlos. I almost forgot his fucking name because it's
honestly
so
better off
fucking
for it.
Honestly, better off for it. Good old Charlos, everyone's least favorite celestial dragon, who
just loves getting his ass beat.
He do love getting his shit rocked, which I love that for him. I don't love much else for him. I love watching my man get the shit kicked out of him, but that's about it. But no, we sort of saw him in the last set of episodes. He was like, I like that mermaid over there. Fucking Squidward, Squilliam or something like that. And then we cut to this set of episodes, and sure as shit, he's got a giant ass fuck off slave with him, and they're trying to wrangle her up. They do the bit where it's like nobody touched the celestial dragon, or Lucci shows up. Lucci and Kaku are in the fucking plot again.
I gotta pause you right here. So
okay.
I know of Mjosgard, like I remember Mjosgard existing. I just forgot in this moment, like the scene we're describing right now, I forgot the sequence of events that were going to occur. So Shirahoshi's getting chained up or whatever. Vivi, Rebecca are up in arms. Everyone's trying to hold them back. Same with Sai and Leo and King Neptune. And I remember Leo and Sai like running off. Like in my memory, I was like, okay, I know these two are gonna run off from the crowd to like attack Charlos. What I forgot was that Lucci stopped them. I thought they were gonna full connect, and then they spend the rest of this arc or this plot line, whatever you want to call it, running from the authorities. And that is not what happened. And I was like, whoa, where'd I get that one from?
No, that is not what happened.
I can't believe I forgot my favorite villain showed up with the drip and then Kaku.
I think that could have been a fun version of the way this plays out, but no, that is not what happened. That's not what happened.
My boy Lucci saved the day, low key.
No, he did. What are you talking about? No, he did at all.
He stopped an international crisis from unfolding, bro.
For fuck's sakes, are you kidding me, brother?
Nah,
he
bro.
wanted to
he literally said
placate...
himself. He's like, listen, you should be thanking me, all right? If you had struck this guy, it'd be all over for you and honestly everyone in this plateau or wherever they are.
Oh my
courtyard.
God, dude. Are you kidding? He's literally placating a horrible man to commit trafficking.
I'm not saying that Lucci isn't like a sick bastard who likes being dominated by like powerful authorities. What I am saying
he definitely doesn't like that because he likes doing the dominating. What are you talking about?
Okay, but this guy follows orders from head honchos and he just like he knows his role is to be a military dog. So like I'm gonna say he likes being dominated by like higher authorities. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is crazy.
Is it really?
I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think Charlos was gonna do with Shirahoshi when he had him?
I thought that was just gonna be wife number whatever, but then he said,
what do you do with a wife? Oh, what do you do with a pet? Well, I don't even want to ask that question. What do you do with a wife, Justin?
Here we go with this. I was like, oh, he's just gonna have, another trophy wife. He's like, look, my wife, the mermaid.
What do you do when you have a wife, Justin?
I don't know. I've never been married. I've never made it that far.
Go.
My parents are divorced. I don't know what a successful marriage looks like.
You just want to give Lucci any W you can, don't you?
What does Lucci have to do with this?
Well, because you said that he saved everybody. What are you talking about? He facilitated
but then he started asking
trafficking.
me. Then he started asking me about Charlos and Shirahoshi, and I'm confused. What's going on?
Because I feel like you are not allowed to make Lucci a hero here when the thing that he is protecting people from is saving another human being, creature, fish person from actual slavery.
I am not saying he has removed his villain status. I am just saying contextually he was a hero in the grand scheme of things in this one moment.
You are a fucking madman. This is crazy. You're saying this to piss me off. I'm convinced. You're honestly.
No, dude, I'm so serious. This guy stopped an international incident from occurring. So many people would have died right then and there in that courtyard, bro.
Brother. No, the only one who saved anyone from dying had nothing to do with Lucci. The only one who saved anybody from dying was Mjosgard, period. Because they were about ready to throw hands.
Listen, bro, Lucci was like, listen, I just saved you from yourselves.
Lucci this W. What are you talking about? It's Mjosgard. What are you doing?
I think we should move on. Clearly we're on opposite sides of the aisle here.
Yeah, no shit. Oh my God. This is crazy. This should be a unanimous, oh man, Mjosgard really turned himself around. And yet this guy's out here like, man, Lucci's the realist.
Both can be true at the same time.
They are not. They are absolutely not. Only one of these things is true. Like that meme or the bit where you have like one guy only says lies and the other guy only says truths. Well, in this situation, only one guy is chill. Only one man is chill.
So Mjosgard saves Shirahoshi from being chained up. And he plans on, yes, thank God, because King Neptune was ready to risk it all. He was like, to my dearly deceased wife,
I'm gonna free you, and we're going back downstairs. We're never coming back up here
listen,
again.
I love my wife. I tried following her wishes, but these humans can't be reasoned with. I'm getting my daughter back. And he just had big JoJo aura going off.
He did start, oozing the JoJo energy a little bit. Mm-hmm. That did kind of happen. His stand was starting to come out.
Honestly, he's shaped like one.
And then that was when Mjosgard came in, and then he's like, listen, honestly, I'm just glad that my status could finally do something fucking productive for a change. I love that for you, buddy.
Also, I love that
dividends have finally bared fruit.
Yes, and I love that he tells them, like, hey, I'll do my best to like keep Shirahoshi safe, like with my presence and my authority that I have. And Leo asks him, like, hey, so let's say he was like, if someone tries to like attack her again, can I beat them up and just say that I did it on your orders? He's like, yeah, if necessary. And I'm just here like, Leo didn't hear the if necessary part. He just heard a yes and moved on.
Yeah, but honestly, that's a great question to be like, well, wait. I mean, if you're a celestial dragon, even if another celestial dragon tries to fuck with Shirahoshi, can you just like give me the pass? And then he's like, absolutely. Leo's like, shit, dude, that's all you had to say. That's all you had to say, honestly. That was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for making my life so much easier. It's a good bit. I do like that. I also like how Sai went from like, dude, you can't do this to, all right, I guess we're all ready to throw hands. Let's just fucking throw hands.
Nice.
In the corner anyway. Oh, also Kuma's in these episodes.
Okay. I've seen these episodes before, and watching this again made me re-angry at his situation.
Really? Oh, yeah. Only now are you re-angry.
I was shaking with anger.
Uh-huh.
Especially when Roz... Why? Because I just like Kuma. Kuma, cool dude. And then seeing the state he's in, and in particular, the way Rosword just like bonks him over the head and talks about him and like realizes like, oh, Kuma's in a rotation because he's quote unquote the best slave. And I'm like seething with rage. I'm like, I hate it here. I wish Sabo would have done it
too, brother.
I wish Sabo did it. Whatever he was thinking or doing, I wish he did it. I wish Morley and Karasu never stopped him.
Should have done it. Fucking Karasu. He doesn't want my mans to be free. Karasu's the villain, is what I'm saying.
What? Hello?
I'm just kidding.
Wait. No. I believe I agree with that actually. Given what I just said and what you said back to my original statement. Yeah, no, we're on agreements here. Karasu villain, even though I like him.
Okay.
He's just like a plague doctor, bro. He's already got the villain energy maxed out.
You did the fastest 180 I've ever heard in my entire life.
My brain didn't keep up fast enough. It was
okay. Yeah.
It was like when you're tailing your friend in traffic and you lose sight of him for 2 seconds. That's what happened.
I don't know if I'm like angry at Kuma's situation. I feel like to an extent, like he did it to himself. Not like he deserves what he got, but more like he was. I think as a character, we've always known like where, like we've always known what he's doing. He's always made it very clear. Like at least as like a bystander, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna become a cyborg soon. He's like informed that to the audience at some point in time. Like I'm gonna lose like the rest of my mind back in Sabaody, and I'm just like, okay, why'd you do that? Why did you do that to yourself? So in my mind, I'm like less angry and more just like, I mean, I'm like sad because I also love Kuma. I think Kuma aesthetically is my favorite warlord, always has been. And like I feel for the guy, but also like I don't know, like it seems like he cozied up to the like he feels like an Icarus right now. He flew way too close to the sun. Maybe he believed in the government's cause, or he said he was a revolutionary, but then he also like gave his body up in order to become like a new weapon and shit like that. Like I just don't know enough about the guy to like.
It sounds like a whole lot of victim blaming, and I'm not here to stand for it.
I don't disagree, but like we don't know what he's a victim of. There's nothing to victimize
one is
yet.
Clearly slavery. That's good enough for me.
Oh, that's true. He is now become a slave. So if that doesn't paint a picture for you, then I don't know
need
what
anything else personally.
You're right. No, you're right.
Your
You got
Honor,
me. Okay.
I rest my case.
You know what? Case disclosed. The jury sides with Justin on this one. Okay, you got me. He do be a slave now, regardless of what he was doing beforehand, which is probably not good.
Speaking of Kuma, so the revolutionaries are there. Obviously, we already knew that. And Sabo goes in and infiltrates. He's taking a bunch of pictures on his snail camera. For what purpose, I can't tell you. One, because I literally can't, but also I don't think I actually know. And so I'm not let to ask to no answer once at all. So they established that picking up Kuma is part of the plan, but they didn't make it sound like it was the plan, and that made me very curious. I was like,
yes.
Well, what else are you here for? Like, what are you gonna do? Storm the castle? Like actually storm it? Just like full frontal assault? Because that sounds dumb.
Well, I mean, I feel like. So I think in this set of episodes we're supposed to be kind of like left a little like on edge, like, oh, what are they doing next, right? Like I don't think they're I don't think they gave us the whole plan on purpose. But one of the plans is definitely to retrieve Kuma. They've made that very clear, which I'm thankful of because Kuma don't deserve what he's got going on. Also,
I would have been
Bonnie's in these
extra
episodes.
angry if they were like, Karasu and Morley were like, hey, even if we take him back, he's never going to be the same guy we knew. And I was like, if you use that as an excuse to leave him behind, I will hate you forever.
Well, I mean, also, like, you gotta look out for numero uno, too, a little bit. I wouldn't blame them if they were like, listen, there's a lot going on. I don't think we can save Kuma after all. But as of right now, they seem chill. Morley's digging around like a little mole. He's having a great time. I'm surprised they didn't just grab him right there, honestly.
You know what?
Bet they could have fucking got away
You know
with it.
what? Morley just reaches up, goes, yoink. No one's going to know what to do in that immediate moment. If they are quick enough, everyone who's in that vicinity is going like, what the fuck just happened?
It was really funny.
They're too stun locked to think or move. Morley, crushes Rosword, gets back Kuma. We go out the way we came in, I think. However,
That's
that
what
was
I'm saying.
exactly.
It was really funny when Morley's hand just like comes out of the ground and goes like, get down here, guys. We need to have a chat. Like, oh, okay. Thanks, Morley.
Speaking of Morley, someone reminded me of this. I don't remember through which channels it happened. I want to say it was through a Spotify message, but someone reminded me that Morley uses she, her pronouns.
Yeah, she absolutely does.
Forgot that part.
Yeah, because she's a queen. Can't you tell?
You know, Morley's just missing the crown, bro. I just really needed the cherry on top. the World War II helmet's not doing enough for me, or the miner's helmet, really.
Yeah, Morley's one of the few characters that makes me feel good about how fucking progressive the show can be. One of the few instances where they do progressive right.
Yeah. Love me some mole people.
Yas, queen. But beyond that, Bonnie was here. Also, apparently looks like
that is
Queen Dowager Connie when she's old.
That frustrates me. What our current situation of the boys not being here, this frustrates me the most because this was like, for me, like one of the most exciting moments of these episodes.
Not learning that there's a king of the fucking planet?
Oh, we'll get there. All right, I was just interested.
When they get there.
I was just like, I don't know, like, you know, when you first meet Connie, you're like, what the hell is this old lady doing here? Because, you know, you're like, okay, they gave her like a name. Other kings and queens or whatever get dropped for the Reverie. I personally don't assume they'll have much importance. They're just kind of like, you know, flavor text characters, honestly. And we get me Connie, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? And then she sneaks back past the gate, and I'm like, oh, what's that about? And then if you pay attention, you're like, okay, Connie, current queen of Sorbet Kingdom, wherever that is. And then you pan over to Kuma, and it's like former king of Sorbet Kingdom. And I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? Kuma, is that your wife or your mom? I don't know why I assumed it was wife, but I'm gonna stick with it personally. And then Connie turns into Jewelry Bonnie, and I'm like, okay, hold on, what's happening here? Is Jewelry Bonnie like actually Connie and therefore actually the queen of Sorbet Kingdom? Or is she an imposter? I don't know, and I want to. And I'm so mad the guys aren't here to weigh in on this because this was so cool to me.
I know, brother. Tell me about it. You're preaching to the choir. These idiots over here don't. And you know the worst part is we're gonna talk about it next week.
Yes,
and we're gonna have other shit that we want to talk about.
We're just gonna have a lighter, less in-depth portion of this, or at least less in-depth as we want it to be. Because at some point we're gonna be like, all right, we gotta cut it off, and that makes me sad.
Bastards. So anyway, I'm gonna just tell them. Yeah. So she's definitely the. Did you get all that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
In fact, I didn't even know that last one, so thank you for that.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, man. I'm a fucking I'm a treasure trove of knowledge. All sorts of knowledge. Well, I appreciate the fact that was your most teased thing that you were looking forward to talking about. Meanwhile, mine, very contrast, was the, of course, realization that the shadowy figure that we met last set of episodes is none other than some fucker named Emu and claims the empty throne that we're introduced to earlier in these set of episodes. Yeah.
Also, Stelly being so horny for that particular power was hilarious to me. That man was drooling in this court assistant, whatever this guy in the robe is. He's
My
like,
boy
King
wants
Stelly.
to sit on that fucking throne, baby. He wants to sit on that goddamn throne. Fuck you, Stelly. All my homies hate Stelly, though.
Absolutely.
But you know, it stinks because, like, you know, I wanna play the game of like, okay, who's this Emu guy?
Who's Emu? Guy,
What's going
girl,
on
non-binary. Is that just like a bad temporary silhouette, much like that Oda does until he comes up with a real form for the character? Or does Emu really just look like a four-horned crowned thing? That's really long.
This is gonna be my bit. I still believe this to this day. That I don't know what or who Emu is, but for sure that fucking dude thing person has the silhouette fruit for sure, for certain. Because
there's
like,
a real form underneath there, but they just have a
nobody.
knockoff warrior fruit.
This dude played Super Smash Bros. Melee and unlocked one character and was like, brother, I'm gonna make this my whole identity for the rest of my life. That's what happened. I'm telling you. This thing was in a fully lit flower chamber. And you know what really like like twists the knife is that the random fuck off servant that came and summoned Emu to the throne room was totally lit and easy to see. And Emu, on the other hand, is in this perfectly lit flower chamber and just like, oh yeah, you know, silhouette, just an endless silhouette no matter what.
Shit, you're making sense. Hold on.
I'm telling you, brother, like this shit's wild. This is
I hate
silly.
this, but you're making sense.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, they have Uchiha eyes, whatever they are.
Yeah. They have we've seen these eyes before. They got, well, maybe not these eyes, but the rings. We've seen them in some characters previously. I don't even know if I want to talk further about it.
Be having eyes like that.
And did we see their eyes? The other thing that has similar eyes. I don't know if we've seen those yet.
Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about, so I'm just gonna move on then, I guess.
I mean, would this be like a spoiler? It really wouldn't be. So, not Emo, wrong character. The elephant of Zoe. I don't actually remember.
No. We saw Zoe's eyes. Yeah.
We saw Zoe's eyes.
Or, well, Zunisha's eyes.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if we learned Zunisha's name already. I was like, wait, is that a spoiler?
Well, like I said before, it's not enough to only pepper on the details without literally just saying spoilers. You gotta know what is a spoiler. You gotta know what the minefield is.
Bro, we're too close to the end, and the enemy has literally... We just doubled our minefield. Like, there's so many more explosives out.
Listen, I don't know about you. I still have perfect knowledge of everything that happens in the series. But that's also just because I watch this shit too much.
Not same. I think I'm somehow too close to the current where I'm like, okay, my memory's bad enough where I forget the minor details. And also, like, I know we learn XYZ information. I just can't remember, is that soon, quote unquote, or did we learn it already? Because now it feels like so much, like, I can no longer just be like, oh, oops, I spoiled. You guys are going to forget this in the next 600 episodes. Now it's more like, hey, it's like right around the corner, man.
It do be a little around the corner.
I got to be so careful for the next 300 not 300. Actually, it might be 300 episodes.
It is actually still 300 episodes. It is still 300 episodes. Make no mistake, we are still 3 episodes off, which, when you think about it, isn't that much. That's the length of time it took us to get to Water 7 on the original run of the podcast. So
I got a lot to keep my toes on for. I got to be careful what I say for the rest of time.
For the rest of time.
I got to make sure my theories are actually theories and not bullshit spoilers.
The only other major context that we got that wasn't Emu was that the 5 elders, which up until this point really haven't come back into the story for any reason other than to just kind of like be move the plot along from the world government side. So Emu is apparently above them, and the 5 elders are the celestial dragons that rule the celestial dragons. I guess is how they pitched it to us. So there's a hierarchy. Now we don't know much about the Emu situation, but we know that the 5 elders are the 5 elders, and they answer to Emu as of right now. That's what we know. And then, also Shanks was in the set of episodes for some reason, and
my man's requested an audience with the 5 elders, and they were like, "Sure, why not?"
Brother, I gotta ask, do you think Shanks is a villain? Do you think he's gonna betray us?
I don't know, man. This question's been posed to me for damn near a decade, and I still don't know. And this is another thing I'm upset about, because the guys aren't here to speculate with us. I hate this. This is another like big like, yo, are you on like team Shanks is a rat bastard, or are you like, nah, this is...
I'm absolutely on team Shanks as a rat bastard. He's the fucking rat marine, whoever that is. He's gonna be red rat, or well, I guess they already have red dog. Fuck. I need something else for rat. Give me
anyone got orange yet? Orange rat?
I don't know if we know an orange yet, but also orange doesn't really go with the Shanks motif.
Crimson, velvet.
Yeah, give me Crimson Rat. I like Crimson Rat, even though it's just red with extra steps.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
God damn. Unless he can have the blue motif again, since Aokiji's, I guess, technically booted. What if Shanks is the new blue pheasant?
Well, I don't think that would be the case. I like the idea that he's rat, because that means that he's like like he's a traitor, but also the color needs to make sense because he's got a lot of red in him.
Scarlet Snake.
I like Scarlet Snake. That's cool. I like that. Although then you sort of take away the opportunity for Smoker to be a snake, and that makes me sad.
Did you want him to be a snake?
Yeah, I wanted to be White Snake because he's got a move called White Snake.
Well, I guess it's fair.
he do be like that.
Also, where the fuck is Smoker, bro?
I don't know, brother. He's in his own little fucking world.
What
Out
did
of all
Smoker
the
do to piss off Oda, bro?
I don't know, man. Like he kind of did Smoker real dirty in Punk Hazard back in the day, I feel like.
And then we haven't really seen him since.
Yeah, no, Smoker, poor guy. He doesn't got a lot going on these days.
We see Hina before we see him.
We do. It's
criminal.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is true. All right. Well, unfortunately, it's hard to even poke fun at learning Emu because they're so fresh and we know so little about them that I think I just have to. We just have to let it lie. What do you think, Justin?
Last little bit of semi-relevant information.
Yes.
Cobra asked for an audience with the 5 elders at some point during his visit.
That did happen. And then they also talked about how they need to start the next great cleansing, which is real yikes. Yikes.
I'll just say the quote here, since it won't really matter when I say it. The 5 elders kneel before Emu and say, have you decided which quote-unquote light needs to be extinguished from history this time? Which, real ominous saying. Could mean anything, could mean nothing.
We know Emu was really upset with Shirahoshi, Luffy, and Blackbeard for some reason. And then got a really good look at Vivi on another picture. So apparently those are the 4 that they hate the most right now.
I didn't think about this because I have zero forward thinking. What do you call it? That rain check question from last episode, whatever, of, ranking the princesses in terms of how important you think they'll be to the story. I wonder what their answers would be if, after they see these episodes, or if they had remembered that Emu had taken a particular interest in Vivi in some capacity. And I guess also as well as Shirahoshi. But,
that's a good point. It's a good point.
I think that's it. That's basically everything we can do on our own, sadly.
I think you're right. I think we're done, unfortunately.
Big Satch kids, I hope you'll enjoy this so far.
They know what they're here for. Let's be honest. they know what to expect from us.
I mean, they turned us off 5 minutes in when they heard it was only us. They were like, "Oh,
just the 2 of us."
And they were like, "Oh, that's not just a cool song we're singing. This is not alliteration, illusion, whatever.
Yeah,
simile, metaphor.
Like no, it's just literal. It's very literal. In fact,
yeah.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Next week is going to be 890 to 893, folks.
That's not true. Hold up.
Yeah,
I don't know where that 3 came from. Wait, is it?
No, I put that there. I'm doing batch sets. I am deciding batch sets, not you. Is me.
So we're not doing 90 to 91.
We are doing 4 full episodes.
Oh my god.
That's me. I am taking the reins. I was told that is now my job, and by dadgummit, I'm doing it. We are doing 4 episodes, and we are going to maintain 4 episodes for the foreseeable future.
I'm going to trust you that you've done the necessary looking forward to be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, I absolutely have. Don't worry. We're all set. We're all good. We're going to do it. We're going to manage. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, 890 to 893. Moving on to
this schedule thing's going to really suck when you go on another work trip.
Very true. A little true. Also, that happens very soon. In literally a week. Anyway, moving on to quote.
Well, shit. All right. Where's my other one quote? Yes, this banger from King Neptune. Even if we give them our love, humans won't change.
Nice.
What a deep line.
As is very deep. Similarly, I have one from Neptune where in his rage he was like, I'm going to obliterate these fucking fools, and then we're going to escape back to the sea where we're safe. We never should have come up here as long as there are humans that are going to be looking down on us and try to take advantage of us. It's not worth risking our lives for these fools. Oh man, I'm like, oh no, Neptune, please don't forget everything that you learned during the Fishman Island arc, please.
Nah, bro. He saw his daughter in chain and cuff, and he was like,
rage.
all right. The humanitarian in me out the window.
gone, absolutely gone. His dad mode activated. And by extension, my only other quote would be from Mjosgard, where he said, "Please, by all means, I'm glad that my status can finally be of use for once. After all, I owe your late wife an immense debt for finding my humanity." And then you got Correa on the side who's like, "Damn, one of them's got a fucking heart? Fuck." That's crazy. At least he ain't wasting it. Dude, the other Don Quixote guy, he was an idiot. He should have just been like a nice guy, but also a celestial dragon like this dude.
That man was just too naive for his own good, unfortunately.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, at least Mjosgard knows what's up. The other guy's an idiot. All right, moving on to the Golden Ham. Well, my only pick is Mjosgard. I'm going to be so fucking for real.
Oh, I see that and respect that. And I was thinking about Sabo.
Nah.
But we've been here long enough. We're going to Mjosgard.
Fantastic. Mjosgard. I don't know how to pronounce it or spell it, but I think that's correct.
It's got a lot of Nordic. I don't want to say Nordic. Yeah, you got it right. Looks good to me. There's a J
Fantastic.
in there.
All right. That's all my stuff. It's your turn.
Moving on to the fan mail. We got a letter from Josh. And Josh writes, after hearing Justin say that he hasn't heard anyone speak positively about Frankie's new voice actor, I had to chime in. I personally like it. I will always have a soft spot for Kazuki Yao from his original run as Django back in Syrup Village and Mr. 2 Bon Clay. He will be greatly missed. After watching the newest episodes, Subaru Kimura is the new voice actor for Frankie, who also voices Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen, brought new life to Frankie. Not only do I enjoy his voice acting from JJK, from him screaming Jennifer Lawrence and my best friendo. Oh, yeah, Toto loves Jennifer Lawrence and JJK. It's a great bit.
Oh, I had no idea. That's interesting.
But I feel like his voice matches the energy of Frankie. Even IRL, he actually collects Coca-Cola, even having a room dedicated to his collection, and they send evidence of it, which is insane. Where's my line here? The problem with One Piece being such a long-running show is that the voice actors don't stop aging despite the characters staying relatively the same age. The passing of the Speedo felt akin to Shanks giving Luffy his straw hat and putting his faith in the next generation. With the One Piece live action coming out on Netflix soon, this may be a common occurrence, especially if they're going to redo the entirety of One Piece. Actually, I'm a dumbass. They mean the Studio Wit version of One Piece that's coming allegedly soon. Not live action. I'm dumb. My bad. I forgot about that actually.
The Studio Wit version of One Piece. They're doing they're only doing East Blue so far. They're redoing all that or whatever, but
can't wait to see that. Next on here. With most of the cast being over 50, we're going to need new voice actors from the next generation, and I believe we are going in the right direction with this new casting. I can't wait for you guys to get to the current episodes, and I will be along for the ride until the end. Sincerely, Josh, and thank you, Josh. We appreciate your camaraderie from now until the end.
Thank you for sticking with us and giving us your thoughts.
Also, since you goons did not read an email last week, I'm going to read another message. This one from our Instagram. As soon as I find that dear thing.
Oh, we're doing an Instagram message. I feel like we haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah. So this one's from listener Jana. Hi, just want to let you guys know that I love your podcast. My boyfriend convinced me to watch all of One Piece with him. Honestly, I think he's just trying to keep me in this relationship for another 10 years or something. I'm listening to you guys' podcast after watching the show with him. I'm starting to know more fun facts about it than he is, which I adore to rub in his face. Hell yeah.
Hey.
I really enjoy hearing all your theories and your hot takes about the show. At the moment, we just got to Fishman Island, so we got some ways to go. Glad to have you guys to help me get through it all. Thank you for putting in all the effort and time all of you put in. Greetings from Jana from Belgium.
Well, I thank you, Jana. Appreciate the message. What kind words. All right.
All right. Well, that concludes fan mail.
All right. Well, then moving on from fan mail, we have, of course, the producer shout-outs, Taco and It's Me Rabbit. I believe I've recorded a movie with Christian for It's Me Rabbit. I won't say what it is, but you know what it is. And can I tell you, I think you're gonna enjoy. I do think you're gonna enjoy. Just a little teaser for you. Anyway, Taco, fuck you. Moving on. Moving on to the garb gap. Justin, I got no bits for you this week. I don't think I've got. I just, I got the bag. I don't know what you want me to do.
All right, let me
Actually, you know what, Justin?
Waiting, pausing.
Fuck this. I'm throwing the bag away. We don't need a garb gap. You know what we need? We just need heart. We need determination. We need we need perseverance. You know what, Justin? What we need is for you to recommend me something.
Shit. All right then. I got a couple actually. Let's since we're making these spicy, let's really crack this thing open. Is there something you're in the mood for, Brendan?
Is there something I'm in the mood for?
Like, is there something you're like low key pursuing of like, man, I really could use a new short series to like just binge in a weekend and then move on from it, or like a new movie or a new band or something. Is anything like that?
I am currently. I was really needing music for a minute, but I don't feel like I'm in that space anymore. I have recently found a couple of movies I want to watch. Justin, I need some TV. I need some good TV.
Ooh,
what is good TV? And it could be anything. You can give me drama. You can give me what do you call it? Like the like a sitcom or the lot or what's that shit called when it's like real but like fake still? You know what I'm saying?
Reality TV.
Yeah, that one. Reality TV.
Okay. I do actually have options for all these. Is there one you're leaning toward more than the other?
Give me some good fucking bad reality TV. Lay it on me, brother.
All right. I personally have not watched this yet. However, this
always a good start.
this one I'm seeing a bunch of clips online because it's just hot right now. But I've been feeling such an intense amount of FOMO about this because my office, like, this is like their thing that they all talk about. Like, all of my coworkers that I have like immediate close contact with socially, every morning they're like, did you see that new episode? Did you see this? Did you see that? And I'm just here like, it's like listening to The Office tea. I'm like, what are they guys talking about? Who's that person? What's going on? And Brendan, it may not surprise you to say that my recommendation, both for you and honestly probably myself, will be Love Island USA.
Oh my fucking God, not this shit again. I thought you were gonna give me something good, man. Come on.
There's no good reality TV. Come on. What are we talking about here?
Brother, I'm more of a like Love is Blind kind of guy. Maybe I did see a season of The Ultimatum, which I still think is fucking like bad trash, not even good trash. But I also watched the the gay version of it, and that was a bit spicier. That one was a little bit more fun. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna be real with you, Brendan. If you couldn't tell me the difference between any of these three titles you just said, I will come back to you next week with a better reality TV recommendation.
This is my Okay, so first of all, Love is Blind is they have to date. It's reality TV where a bunch of single people go in with the intention of dating, but they date each other by not looking through. I'm sorry. They're in like cubicles, and between the cubicle is a wall, so you can't see the person on the other side. So the whole point is that they try to like make a connection with somebody sight unseen. That's the gimmick. Okay. And then after they choose a person sight unseen, and then they go like, oh, I choose you. And then the other person will be like, you're not actually my number one. Or I choose you too. Then they do a quote unquote mock wedding on the spot where they get married, quote unquote. And then they have to live with each other for a month. And then at the end of the month, they decide if they're going to stay married. It's actually great bad TV because it really does set them up for failure. Meanwhile, Ultimatum is two long-term relationships people, but like a group of like 6 of them. So like long-term relationships, people who claim that they are giving their significant other an ultimatum. Either you need to marry me soon or we're going to break up. And the bit is that a bunch of couples get into a room together, and instead of immediately breaking up, the ultimatum is you have to marry me by the end of this game show. Instead, they just like date another person within the game show for a little while, for like a month. And then they go like, I'm going to stick with my original partner. Or they might go like, fuck you, I like this new person I was dating. and then like all hell breaks loose. Like that's the bit with Ultimate. Anyway, Love Island is just stupid. I think it's about a bunch of single people that go on an island and get drunk, and then they pretend to like each other to make money.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong because I can't disprove you or not. All I know is that this is the hot gossip. This is the hot tea in the office the past couple weeks. I've been missing out.
You told me I wasn't gonna be able to tell you the difference between the three, and I did. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming me. To me, all reality television is basically the same shit. Like you gave me a good defining line between Love Is Blind and Ultimatum and this one. Love Is Blind sounds kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Love Is Blind is great bad TV because you know they're set up to fail. like come on, guys.
I know very little about Love Is Blind. All I think of it is it's hot people, quote unquote.
Yeah, I mean it's all just people who want to be famous.
Sexually charged challenges that probably borderline sexual harassment. And they just get mad at each other because they're like, "Hey, I like you. Well, I liked you yesterday, but I actually like this other person today. And oh shit. I don't know what happened, but guess what? We introduced a new person. There's a new variable on the island. Everyone fawn over that person or hate them. I don't know. I don't know anything about this show, but I just keep hearing about it. Got FOMO. And also, Hutta, whoever she is, she real pretty, and that's all I got to say.
Okay, well, fair enough.
If you want a real recommendation, I got two more for you. Not reality TV, unfortunately. This is not my area of expertise.
You know what? Hit me with them, Justin, because I was unsatisfied with that one. Give me another one.
I'll give you both because we make the rules here. All right. And also, I've been watching these within like the past week. All right. If you want a short show that's fully complete, as far as I can tell, there's no intention for a season 2 or any type of continuation. The story felt, completed at the end of the episode run. Netflix owns Gentry Chow versus the Underworld. And if you're unfamiliar with the show, it is a animated show, more adult themed. I won't say it's not for kids, but it probably shouldn't be for kids. It's basically about this girl. She's like 16. She moves to Seoul, South Korea, to avoid some shit in her hometown. But she ends up going back to her hometown to just kind of like reconnect or whatever. Moves in with her grandma, and the bit is that she burned down her like a block of her childhood town in like somewhere in Texas because she has magical powers that turn her into like a fire god essentially, and she now suddenly has to deal with the ramifications of that honestly very traumatic event while also figuring out the mystery.
Very traumatic.
Yes. She was like, I don't know, 5 when it happened and didn't understand what was happening. So she has to deal with that on top of figuring out the disappearance of her parents / death. Also, she has to fight creatures from the underworld. It's very influenced by like Korean K-pop aesthetic along with like Chinese mythos. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I think it's animated beautifully. The fucking intro song is sung by Cat's Eye, and that shit bangs. Honestly, my only real downside to this series is that it ends in 12 episodes. Like, it's not a bad ending. It's just like, I didn't want it to end. I wanted more. There are so many not so many. There's characters you can do so much with. And, there are questions you will have that, unfortunately, you just won't get answers to. And that sucks. But highly recommend if you want something complete. And then my other recommendation.
I'm going to cut you off.
All right, shit. All right.
That was good recommendation. I feel much more satisfied with that one. No, you can't.
Gentry Chow versus the Underworld. Highly recommend. It's very fun, very good stuff. Do not skip the intro. That shit bangs every time.
That shit bangs.
It's called Flame, I think, by Cat's Eye. And mildly related, between watching that and another K-pop themed entity on Netflix that I will not name because you're only getting one recommendation from me. I think I've finally started my K-pop era 10 years after it's been relevant to anybody.
Right. Yeah.
So if you see me on the Discord server, drop your recommendations. I like mostly like English with a little bit of Korean thrown in there, and like I haven't found a boy band that I like. I like the women so far. Boy bands aren't doing it for me.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, Justin, do you mind? Thank you for the recommendation, but do you mind doing the end of the show plugs since you're here?
Oh right. So we got Twitter and we got an Instagram. Follow us on those. Especially since I forgot to mention this during the show and also off the show. We will be watching a One Piece movie relatively soon. And so I mentioned it to the guys. The intention is to do a live watch along with that movie. And if we can't do that, then at least we can do like a live podcast recording. Date to be decided. So stick to our socials, and more importantly, join our Discord server to stay in the loop with that. Especially our Discord server. That's where a lot of the stuff happens live and quicker, and you don't have to wait a week for us to record it and mention it on a mic, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, follow us on social media, all that stuff. You can send an email to us like Josh did at pandasightings@gmail.com. At pandasightings is our social media tags. You want to follow us there. We got a Redbubble merch shop with stickers and designs that can be posted on various pieces of apparel and knickknacks and whatever. We don't have a store anymore. They'll be back eventually.
We do not.
I'm missing something. Oh, rate us 5 stars on Spotify. You can comment on Spotify, and I can comment back to you. I don't know if Spotify gives you a notification that I wrote back to you, but if you're ever just curious, just check back your comments. You know what? Re-listen to the episode you commented on.
There's probably a response.
Yeah, I respond to everything for the most part. At least I give you an emoji if I don't have words. So revisit those things, see what happens. And yeah, rate us 5 stars, bro. We're at like 4.8 now, and that shit makes you sad.
Listen, yeah, honestly, I've given up on the dream. It's fine.
I can't give up on the dream. I have to.
I
need something to wake up for every morning.
We're not good enough.
It's not gonna be my job. It's gonna be for this 5-star review.
But
if you write reviews on where can you write a review? Apple Podcasts, you can write reviews. Audible, you can write reviews. If you want to write those and make sure we see them, email to us or DM it to us somewhere. You know the ways. I believe in you. Send us a message or pigeon. Except, how do you know where I live? Yeah, I'm just kind of rambling. I don't know. Am I missing something?
You sure are. No, I think you're good.
All right, cool. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang, gang. Well, it's that time of the night again, Justin. I'm going to need you to start singing that song.
I hear you. I like this K-pop stuff. I haven't learned Korean yet, so I don't think it's appropriate for me to sing in Korean. Because I'm already like kind of bad at Spanish, and I'm Puerto Rican. And like I'm bordering the line of being offensive with that. If I try to speak Korean, I am crossing the line into offensive territory. And personally, I don't want to start an international incident. Just like how Rob Lucci prevented an international incident from happening in these episodes.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave then, and you can just sing because you totally missed my bit. I'm gonna give you "One Is the Loneliest Number," and you can just sing that to yourself while I skate out the door. Okay. All right. Goodbye.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever be. Two can be as bad as one. Three is really just me.